Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your experiences below in the comments. I do read all of you guys' comments. Sorry about that, got a little extra. And then remember, as you go through this reading, happiness is always the goal, guys. Always the goal. All right, so let's get into some things. So, we are dealing with our heart's desire, soul urge number 4, order, stability, routine, structure, discipline, thorough. So you guys are really kind of detail oriented. You want to make sure that the pieces all fit together. So let's see, because Spirit had me pick one of these cards. Ooh, forced obligations. All right, so this is currently where you are currently. You are in some kind of obligations that you feel are forced. I feel like you don't. Okay, being a 4, you guys are really obsessed with structure and doing things the right way, right? So, in that, a lot of times does come with this kind of idea like, okay, no, I have to do this. I started it. I have to do it. I have to finish it. I have to make sure, this is right and it goes a certain way. So some of these obligations, I feel like you force on yourself. And then some of them, I feel like you made maybe promises to somebody and you're like, oh my God, I have to fulfill this promise. Now, I'm not going to tell you either way whether to keep your promise or not, but I am going to tell you if keeping a promise goes against everything that you stand for and everything that you believe in, then you should not be doing it. Even if you promised before, the karma of it all is not going to be great. So we have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Right. So before you, first of all, this girl looks free. She looks very free. I do get that you are very much influenced by this part of your numerology chart. I feel like 4 is a very strong number. All of the numbers are strong. But 4 is very strong in a very physical way. Because 4 leads to this very foundational type of stability, right? And so you guys crave to be in this place where you are comfortable, right? Where you don't have to fight and you really don't have to, I don't know. I'm getting like a kind of like lack of imagination here. It's kind of like you want to do things how they've always been done, right? I think that's the routine energy that I'm getting with the forced obligation. So you guys are in the middle of some kind of obligations you don't really care for keeping right now. And Spirit is telling you to use your intuition. I always tell you guys, if it don't feel right, it ain't right. Right? So you guys want to make sure that you're doing things that feel good to you. And that if they give you a bad feeling in your heart, your soul, whatever, that you don't continue through with them. So we have our little zodiac thing here, which is kind of like a little map to lead you in the correct direction. I am going to find the book and read it. Is this it? Kippa 16. Let's read it. Okay, no, this is the wrong one. I was right the first time. It's the Lenormand deck. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. So anyway, 16 stars. Shiny sparkles, guidance and healing is what is promised through a gentle feeling. I am reassurance, inspiration, and a new path for your exploration. Wish upon a star, for I bring hope and light from afar. And so I definitely do feel that you guys may be in a hopeless situation because you are so focused on making sure this is done and that is done. So it's kind of like this energy of working so hard for something your whole life, and you guys are going to end up on the end of, hey, what did I do all of this for, right? Because working hard and money don't always lead to happiness. I'm not here to detract you from having a good work ethic. No, I agree. Having a good work ethic is great. But some of you guys have a good work ethic for a company that will throw your ass under the damn bus in a second. Like, they don't care about you, right? And so you have to make sure you're putting your energy where it belongs. Y'all, we got the star twice. Like, Spirit's like, no, you need to talk about the star. So I'm glad I read this, because I always saw this as kind of like a zodiac type of compass, but it literally is about a star. And so the star represents hope and renewal. So I'm going to say this, right? You can hope and all you want, but the situation is definitely going to stay the same if you don't do something different, right? So open up your mind to the possibility of things changing, things being different, of being able to achieve something in a different way, and also this energy that you don't have to hold on to an obligation just because somebody kind of put it on you or you agree to it. Again, when it comes to promises and saying that you're going to do things, when it, and I don't mean this in a selfish way, but it's just like one of those things, like if you signed up for this membership or something and you lose your job, like you can't keep that membership. Sure, you signed up for it, and sure, you may have signed a contract, but it doesn't continue to work out for you, so you have to find a different way to do it. And that is literally life, y'all. That is life. And anybody doesn't understand that you're going through something right now and you need the space and you need the time, you need them out of your life, and that's period. So we got Dagas coming up, which again comes from hope. Like, you guys are hoping that this is gonna turn out some kind of way. Um, that is not right. You guys are focusing on security. And you have to open. You've bl- you've been blocking some messages. That's what I'm getting. That's why we're getting inner authority, intuition. You've been blocking some kind of messages because they don't fit in with the thing, how things have always been going and how things have always been working. You guys are very, very hardworking, very, very. I'm getting like intelligent, and I'm also getting very aware. And this does represent an awareness and an awakening, like, but you have this idea that things should work a certain way, and there's literally no guarantee in that. Okay, there's no guarantee. So we're gonna start with on this side we have what you need to walk away from. I got a few cards here. Let's start with our chakra. Ooh, love. Ooh. Now, honey, I am not one to tell somebody to walk away from love, but it's 18, it's the ending. What I think is that somebody is manipulating your gifts, right? So I don't know what I'm getting karmic life path energy, right? So you might be a karmic life path 13, well, shit, any of them, honestly. Any of them. Or the person you're dealing with may be a karmic life path 13, 14, 16, or 19. And with that, people will want to take advantage, right? People, I am getting that you are allowing love to cause some kind of weakness in you. You have delayed some kind of boundaries, right? It goes against everything that a four is, because you guys are about structure and stability. And this person, they represent chaos, right? They bring a chaotic energy into your life, and we don't like that. That's just not cool, y'all. That is not cool. So we got the Ace of Coins and we have Temperance coming out. Again, this is things that you need to walk away from. There is some kind of opportunity here that you've been thinking about taking. We got 14 here, which is a karmic life path. So 14 is abuse of freedom. So what I'm getting is, when I say abuse of freedom, I always get this energy of, oh, I can do it, so I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, it's not illegal, so I did it. It's not against the rules, so I did it. When so many things can be messed up and still it could be legal to do them. So definitely keep that in mind with people who want to take advantage and then make an excuse of, oh, well, I have the ability. Like, okay, sure. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with, if you see, there's nothing illegal, excuse me. If you see somebody fall, pointing and laughing at them, or, you're in line, um, waiting on a cashier and you're talking shit about them, like, sure, that's not illegal, but is it right? No, it's wrong. And somebody is offering some kind of opportunity that's going to have you all over the place and have you imbalanced. Like, she's doing way too much. Doing too much, right? Temperance is about balance. I'm also getting that you guys, some of you guys, this doesn't go for all of you, but you guys have been introduced to some kind of deity that does not work along with who you are. All right. So even with me being married, me and my husband don't exactly share all the same deities. Like, sometimes they do intersect. And I say that to say that sometimes you guys, not sometimes, all the time, your guides and your ancestors will introduce you to the deities that you need to know, right? When they are introduced to you from people in this physical world, it's not always good. They are not always open to receive you, and something about it can backfire. Okay, so that's for some of you guys. All right, not all of you. That was definitely a very specific message. Walk away from taking a chance on this person or this opportunity. Spirit does not want you to move forward in this. Spirit wants this to end, and wants you to communicate that you no longer want to be a part of this. So you have to openly state it boldly and clearly so that the person on the other end gets the picture like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't want to do this at all. So let's pull you a room. Boop. Okay, y'all, we got Thursday. And I'll take this upright. Yeah, I'll take this upright because it landed like this. So Thursday literally means thorn, right? It gives like this kind of like warrior energy. So I do get that you are a warrior, right? I do get that you are somebody who kind of exudes this like strength, right? And I felt that from the beginning. Somebody's taking advantage of that strength. However, what I also wanted to say is they're also making you defensive, right? I do feel like this huge defensive energy, like, hey, you can't be talking about me. This can't be me. This is bullshit, whatever the case may be. And that's fine. I'm not here to force anything on you, but I am going to tell you that you need to be open to listening to other people's ideas, especially when they don't fit into what you think. Like, we can all have theories, right? We can all believe this or that. But when you are presented with information and evidence, it is a requirement that you change your mind. It's just a requirement. And that's what I get with the forced obligations is that, hey, I know more now. I know I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm going to have to say no. Maybe you agreed to it before, but maybe you don't want to do it anymore, right? I don't know why the example of an MLM is coming up. Multi-level marketing. If you are involved in that, most people don't make money in that, and Spirit is definitely saying that it's some shady activity going on. So, what will bring you your true happiness right now? This isn't happiness forever now, but the soul urge number does speak to what you require most in life, and it can be a detractor, needing so much structure, needing so much discipline, or needing to be in that discipline type energy where you are following all these rules and you're not actually listening to your intuition. So we have the Hangman and the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is what I was talking about earlier with speaking your mind. But speaking more to that, the Queen of Swords, in this case, I'm getting that you should be cutting people off. Hangman, um, these are people who see you as a sacrifice, who are always asking you to sacrifice yourself or sacrifice some part of you. You do need to cut them off and walk away from them. The Hangman also represents this stillness, this kind of peace. So I get that you also need to find some stillness in your everyday life where you can bring yourself some peace, right? You have to encourage yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You have to encourage yourself. It's not always going to be from an outside source. And I say that because it's so very important. Because once you get in the habit of being your own cheerleader, your intuition is going to open up more, right? Now, I know you guys might be thinking about, oh yeah, well, narcissists, they cheer themselves on. Well, they do and they don't, right? They do out in the open, but when they're talking to themselves, like toxic people, they don't feel good about themselves. They hate themselves, right? They don't cheer themselves up. They just look at all the shit that they did and they compare it to other people, which is not good, right? You don't want to be in this instance or situation of constantly comparing yourself to others. It's just not good. Confusion. What would make you? Why is confusion here? Why would confusion make y'all happy? Okay, I feel like this might actually be to kind of like shaking things up a little bit, right? This 43 is a maze. And it's kind of, it is confusing because with the maze, you don't really know which way you're supposed to go. Um, so what I'm getting right now is if you really want to get to the place where you're going, you have to re-examine your morals, your values, right? Um, what what does stability mean to you? What does structure mean to you? And are you setting the appropriate boundaries? Because when we're talking about order and stability and routine and all of that, this isn't just, oh yeah, in my home life, in my work life, or in my family life. This is you, right? This is how you stay stable, how you stay structured, right? What routines are beneficial to you. So definitely want to pay attention to that. Ignore the fact that I misspelled thorough. I'm looking at that word and I'm just like, that shit do not look right. So last, self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Now, again, we are talking about things that would make you happier. So, right now, Spirit is telling you to focus on yourself, to regain the confidence that you've had in the past. I definitely get solar plexus energy. So, that side of you may need to be balanced, that confidence side of you. You guys have dealt with, well, I'm going to be honest. This isn't a whole lot of outside people, right? So people on the outside may have said or done something to make you feel a certain way. But these are really like how you are handling your failures internally, right? When things don't work out, how you're handling them internally. And I'm going to say this. If you wouldn't say it to somebody else, or if you think it would be wrong to say it to somebody else, you think it would be mean to say it to somebody else, don't say it to yourself. Don't get in the habit of putting yourself down, because it eats away at your soul, and it doesn't bring you anything good. It absolutely doesn't. It doesn't push you in the right direction or anything like that. So love yourself enough to know that you deserve love, especially from you. And it's like, if nobody else is gonna love you and respect you the way that you need, you at least need to be doing it for yourself. So I have Rado here, and I'm definitely getting Rado is a journey, right? You guys are ready, and this is going to be something new. This is going to be kind of like the evolution of the Soul Urge 4. This is your evolution. This is your revolution, right? This is your revelation. It's time for you to move on. Um, with the maze here, I do get that the confusion that I get that would make you happy is people not knowing your business, people not knowing what you're doing, what you want to do, where you're going, or anything like that. So I am getting that you guys do need to openly communicate that you don't want to do something, or you don't want this person in your life, and then I get to work on your goals, morals, efforts, and all of that. But don't tell your business to people. I get that huge. Your hopes and your dreams right now, you need to keep them to yourself until you are convinced that, hey, this is really what I want. I really have confidence in this. Because one thing about people, when you're not confident in the things that you want to do, and you keep naysayers around you, they're going to naysay. They're going to make you feel like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not going to make you any money. That's really not going to make you happy, and things like that. So, right now, I would keep your dreams to yourself until you find the people that are really in your corner and not trying to bring you down. Okay? So, that is really all I have. Um, for my heart's desire, Soul Urge 4. Make sure you guys, again, like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I do read all the comments. As always, happiness is the goal, guys, and I will see you next time.